Hello everyone, welcome to PHTV Channel 4 in Palos Heights. I'm Sue Jankowski and we are here with our travel show. And this is always exciting because I always look forward to hearing where we're going to go, where you're going to go maybe, and you can find out how to go there with Kathy Janes, who comes to us from Classic Travel in Worth. And Kathy, thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
And Kathy brings us today Joel Peterson. Joel, thanks for coming today.
Thank you for having me.
Joel was here a while back, probably a few years ago now, with so many things that went on. But Joel is coming to us from the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Bureau. So, you know, I think everybody has heard of Las Vegas, of course, been to Las Vegas maybe, or wants to go to Las Vegas. And I think, you know, now that traveling is really big again, is particularly still in the U.S. I know people are expanding and going out a little further to other countries, but for some people, they're more feel more comfortable staying here in this country. This is a great opportunity to learn about Las Vegas and some of the things that are going on there, because things have developed and changed over this last 2 years.
Absolutely. The pandemic has forced people a little bit differently in where they want to travel, but as a domestic destination, Las Vegas really recovered much faster than a lot of other cities, both domestically and internationally. We've really expanded a lot of the airline service to the destination as well. From Chicago alone, you have 5 different airlines with nonstop options. So it's pretty easy to get there at all times of the day, which is great. So we've really been fortunate that the recovery, which is still recovering, of course, but Las Vegas has done quite well as far as accelerating, getting back to where we were pre-pandemic.
That is really good news. And I know that some things were pending, like kind of getting ready to open, and maybe did open, new hotels and so forth. Can you tell us a little bit about those?
Sure. We did a crazy thing and opened 3 new hotels during the pandemic. But
that is kind of
so in December of 2020, we opened the first new hotel in downtown Las Vegas in 40 years called Circa Resort.
Wow.
It is the only 21 and over property that is downtown Las Vegas, which means, yes, they are carting all of us at the door, even to walk in. So, yes.
Well, that makes you feel good.
Yes, it does. No harm on that. But some of their great amenities is it has the world's largest sports book. It's 3 stories tall. It's 78 million pixels. It's incredible. I was very fortunate to check out a football game, the Ravens-Raiders game, when I was there last year. And the audio, I mean, it's probably the second best place to watch the game other than actually at the stadium. It was really impressive. They also have their 6 rooftop pool aqua theater called Stadium Swim, which is great. I love about that, their pools are heated year-round. So even us Midwesterners going in January, they keep the temperature at about 102 degrees. So yes, you usually can see the West Coast folks are like, yep, those are the Midwest people out in the pool there. So, but it's got pool cabanas. It's got a huge 143-foot wide LED TV that's outside. So that's kind of the centerpiece for all the 6 rooftop pools that are out there. Nice. So, but swim-up bars, and you can do sports betting. They have a wonderful Legacy Club, which is the rooftop bar that overlooks the entire valley. Really some great food options, restaurant amenities. All of their rooms are king-size beds, so you can get 1 king bed, 2 king beds, so I kind of like that extra amenity you're giving your larger rooms.
How big is that room with 2 king beds in it? It's got to be huge.
It's decent, it's a decent size. It is. They have a unique room amenity where they have bunk beds. So you hear bunk beds, you think summer camp. No, this is Vegas bunk beds, but it's very helpful if some of travelers are going out there and they have 6 people in the room, like maybe a girls' weekend or a bachelorette party or bachelor party. It's great room product for that. So
that is. Yeah, because it's not for kids. They have to be 21.
Absolutely. The hotel knows who their market is, and they want 21 and over. So, but it's right across the street from the Golden Nugget, right on Fremont Street. So you get all the fun of Fremont Street in downtown. Brand new hotel, just over 500 rooms, soon to open fully at 777 rooms. 777. That was of course by design. Yes. So we opened Circa. We also opened the new Virgin Hotel. So Richard Branson, who owns obviously Virgin Atlantic Airways, and he opened created a new Virgin Voyages cruise company. They purchased the previous Hard Rock Hotel, so about 5 minutes off the Strip.
Yeah.
So it's completely rebranded. renovated. It's 1,500 chambers, pool. I mean, all the amenities you'd expect from a property, but they did a really nice job. It's natural light coming through. It's a very desert oasis type theme. So we're really, really excited that that Virgin Hotel brand, which I know we have one downtown Chicago, but we're excited to have one in Las Vegas now. Yeah.
Is the Hard Rock gone then?
Yes.
No more Hard Rock?
Well, I'll tell you a little bit about Hard Rock. It's coming back in a different form. And then our third new hotel we open is right on the Strip called Resorts World. 3,400 rooms, right across the street from Wynn and Encore, so a little bit north on the Strip.
That's huge.
It is. So Resorts World, the owner, the parent company, they signed a deal with Hilton. So there's 3 different Hilton brands all under one roof. So you have a choice of different higher-end Hilton brands based on different room product, check-in area, and different amenities. But really excited. That new hotel, 10 years it's probably been since we've had a new hotel on the Strip, in a decade. So we're really excited to have Resorts World come to the property, or come to the Strip. So Hard Rock, so I have to tell you. So this is kind of sad. So the Mirage Hotel was built in 1989. We all know the volcano. It's one of the fun free attractions. So the Mirage was part of the MGM Resort family. They own 13 hotels. Hard Rock International purchased the Mirage. That deal will close later this year, but the goal for Hard Rock is to eventually, they're going to take the volcano and all of that out, but they're going to be building a vertical guitar-shaped hotel to replace it. So they'll keep the Mirage Tower, but they're going to add a vertical. So kind of cool. There's petitions going around to save the volcano, Mirage, because it's very iconic.
The volcano, yes, it is iconic.
But it has been there a lot of years.
Yes, 89. Yeah, 1989 was that's when Mirage opened. So a new, exciting change. And I think with the Hard Rock getting their brand back into the destination is going to be great for us. So.
Okay, so a little switching things up a little bit.
Yes. Yes.
Different.
Yeah.
Same kind of place, different thing. I can't imagine a hotel shaped like a guitar. I mean, it just sounds.
It's got to be interesting.
Yeah. There is one, I think, in the Fort Lauderdale area. I think that Hard Rock has, or maybe in Southern Florida.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I've not seen that. But hey, it's Vegas. That's
Anything
what a
goes.
canvas for
Right.
architects to come to build brand new properties,
that's,
right? So.
That's definitely kind of fun. Okay, so along with new hotels, and especially if you're someone who travels a lot to Las Vegas and you're looking for something new and different, it's kind of fun to check out the new hotels so you have something to look for. And then you also have some new attractions that are there.
We do. So we open up Flyover Las Vegas. So it's a simulator type ride that you're sitting kind of like you would be on a roller coaster. But it's nice. It's a 4D experience. And what you're doing is basically it's a complete, the screen that opens up to you, it's all drone footage that's been taken. There's 2 movies that you can be a part of. One where's drone footage taken in Iceland, and the second is the Wild Wild West. So you're literally looking at everything below you, and you're flying in the air, and some of the mountains that you're about to hit in Iceland, you think you're going to hit, but then it takes a left. But if you're going through the clouds, you can feel a mist coming at you. So it's really it's a 4D sensory experience. It's located right on the Strip next to MGM Grand. But we're excited. It's a very affordable. It's great family attraction to do. But they opened Flyover just about a year ago. And we also opened Area 15, not Area 51, which I know a lot of people say, isn't that the wrong number? It's kind of a playful, take on obviously Area 51. But Area 15 is an entertainment attraction venue, just minutes off the Strip, probably about a 5-minute cab ride off the Strip. But what it is, it's a collection of different tenants that occupy different spaces within the building. So what that means is there's different attractions that are free, there's different artists that have different sculptures there, but there's also, there's restaurants, there's some bars there, but there's a dueling X bar, there's an adult arcade emporium, there's a golf simulator attraction, there's a venue called Omega Mart, and it's a grocery store that you walk in, but you're not, buying lettuce or radishes. It's very cleverly named products, but you open up a door and it brings you into this totally different 10,000 square foot immersive art experience. So it's all these different cameras that are doing all these immersive art experiences that you can enjoy. It's almost like an adult fun house, and a maze of different things that different doors open you to different things. But you can spend easily a couple hours, enjoying just in that venue alone. So Area 15 has really taken off. They have a great distillery tour called Lost Spirits. Very eclectic rooms that are decorated like 10,000 Leagues Under the Sea,
Oh,
submarine
my
experience.
word.
Yeah, so
Wow.
it's really for people who are looking for a different kind of like, they love art. This is a really different new attraction. And again, some of the attractions are free and then others are paid as well. But they just finished in February of this year. It's called Liftoff, but it's an elevated bar that starts on the ground. You can grab maybe an adult refreshment, heads up 100 feet in the air, but you're basically hanging in a seat, legs dangling like a roller coaster ride. But you got music, but you have amazing views of the mountains, the strip.
is that clever?
Yeah, so as long as you don't have a fear of heights, you'll be
You're
cool.
good.
Yes,
You're
you're
good.
good. You're good. So
Well, that's why I was thinking, I mean, that sounds great for some, but when you said the fly over Las Vegas, I'm like, I don't know about that, but I would definitely do
yes,
the pretend flyover because that's like a virtual experience that
It
would
is.
be so fun.
yes, it is. It's been incredibly popular, and the Wild Wild West version does take you over the strip at night and some of the attractions,
that's
which is
gotta
kind
be
of cool.
pretty-
But you're
yeah.
going out into the southwest U.S. and you see wild horses running, like 100, 200 of them, and the drone footage they took, with that for what they put that in that virtual experience, you're literally right on top of them, and you can feel like you can almost go out and touch them. So it's
That's
really
cool.
a neat experience.
Yeah.
Also, I see mentioned here the MSG Sphere Musical Theater.
Yes. Holy cow. This is going to be great. So Madison Square Garden Entertainment, it's a joint venture with the Venetian Hotel. So this is going to be a 330-foot tall sphere-shaped musical theater, just over 500 feet wide. So when they complete it, it will be as tall as the Venetian Hotel, but it's going to be 18,000 seats, 164,000 speakers are built within this. And the goal of that is this theater will be unlike anywhere else in the world. And the goal of having that many speakers is that the quality of sound will be the same regardless of where anybody else is sitting in that theater.
Okay.
But if you would so it's all going to be wrapped in LED lights on the outside. So they could wrap it could look like a gigantic pumpkin, in October. But if you laid flat the amount of LED lights it would be the equivalent of 3 football fields. So it's going to be this over the top. I mean,
Wow.
I was reading an article that even airplanes flying in, they'll be able to customize messages. They may have a flight coming in from London and say like, "Welcome, mate."
Oh
like
my goodness.
the sophistication of the technology is going to be incredible. So this opens in the second half of 2023, but it absolutely will change the skyline.
Okay, who's in there?
So they will book musical residencies. So they've not announced any of that, but they'll do some esports events. They may do some martial art events, maybe some conventions, but in general, it's going to be used for musical residencies when it opens.
Oh, that's
amazing.
going
That
to be
sounds so cool.
That
Yes.
is
Yeah.
really cool. And another great opportunity to do something different. So, along with new hotels and new entertainment, and entertainment for some is sports. So,
Yes.
I know, and that seems amazing to me that Las Vegas, people go there for sports because you wouldn't think that that's where you go. But obviously they can view sports there.
So I had the firsthand experience in April. I was out in Las Vegas for the NFL draft. And it was an incredible experience. I've been to Las Vegas well over 100 times in my career in the industry. Probably one of my best trips I've ever had. What we built a floating stage right on the lake in front of the Bellagio, which was one of the stages the players would, be interviewed. But they also built a huge half-pipe arch stage behind the high roller, which is the huge observation Ferris wheel. But it brought in several hundreds of thousands of people.
Cool.
And just to see something like a sport game like football that brings just the smiles and just this sense of like camaraderie of people you don't even know, but I had my Walter Payton jersey on.
Thank you.
I had 5 or 6 people.
Thank you.
Yes, I had 5 or 6 people come up to me that had met him, and just to share their story was like,
That was great.
and they're totally strangers, but I was so engrossed with their story just for something like that. But the Raiders now are in Las Vegas. And the last time we talked, the stadium had not yet opened, but it's called Allegiant Stadium, so Allegiant Airlines is the naming, obviously is the naming for that, but it's a 65,000 seat glass dome stadium. The Raiders had one of the highest attendances, average ticket rates, because people coming to Las Vegas, not only are they going to see their football team play,
Right.
but they're coming in for the whole weekend. So for us, it's been a huge win for people as an excuse to say, hey, even if they're not getting game tickets, you're going to find other common fans that are in town for the game to watch at sports bars. They had a great tailgate party experience across from Luxor that MGM Resorts hosted. So we're so excited that the NFL is in Las Vegas. We hosted the draft, which was great. We hosted the Pro Bowl earlier this year as well.
Cool.
We have the Golden Knights hockey team. You always have the Blackhawks who are going to play either 1 or 2 games in Las Vegas. So I know
That's another
our Hawks
draw.
the last couple of years, but it's okay. It's again another excuse to get to Vegas
Exactly.
to enjoy
It's another
it.
draw. That's all
Yeah.
it is.
It is.
You can see that while you're there.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of other sports. So we've got 2 NASCAR races during the course of the year. We have the NFR Rodeo that's always in December, a very popular time for people to come out. We're hosting one of the professional bull rider invitationals as well. So sports has really been a huge win.
Yeah,
Not to
that's great.
use
That's great.
the
Yeah.
term, right?
Yeah, but it works.
for us, right?
Yeah.
And obviously we are trying to pursue other franchises. Hopefully, that we hopefully can have an Major League Baseball team or an NBA team. So nothing's confirmed, but obviously there's a lot of chatter and talk out there. I think a lot of the other sports franchise owners are seeing how successful the Raiders were moving from Oakland
Yes.
to Las Vegas. It's been hugely successful for sponsorships, and just the fan base has been incredible. And the stadium itself, it's not only hosting all the football games, but UNLV, the college football, they play there on Saturdays, but major concerts and even award shows. We hosted the Academy of Country Music Awards a couple months ago at Allegiant Stadium. I think it was near 40,000, 45,000. I mean, they've never had that kind of attendance there, but to know to have that type of venue now
Yes.
for us
It's
has been great.
That is
Right.
amazing. So I guess the last part of the puzzle here is everybody has to eat. So
Love that part. I love that part.
So I know that there are lots of food choices in Las Vegas, and I think they just keep getting bigger and better.
They do. We've continued to see different celebrity chefs open up other restaurants. Bobby Flay just opened up his Amalfi restaurant. Giada De Laurentiis is looking at opening up a new restaurant as
Another
well.
one, too.
Yes. So obviously Gordon Ramsay has been very successful with his Hell's Kitchen restaurant. He's probably, I think, has maybe 5 restaurants in Las Vegas. So it has been great to see that. And I'll say though, what's great about, you have all these celebrity chefs, but there's also some great old school places to still visit. I was in Las Vegas in December, and I had a few friends that were out as well. And I had read for years that the Circa Steakhouse was one of the best rated steakhouses in Las Vegas. And there's a lot of steakhouses to compete with in Las Vegas. It has been there 35 years. It was one of the best experiences I've ever had. The kitchen is right in the middle of the restaurant, but the server that we had that evening had been there 25 years, and the chefs had been there 30 years.
Wow.
And they come out in the tuxedos and I mean, it was a
great.
classic. So you can have some of these. It doesn't have to all be all these new contemporary foodie experiences. I love that, and I finally can say I've dined at Circa Steakhouse, and it was such a great evening.
And that's a great thing to know for people too, that, I think you go with these big names sometimes because that's what you hear about. But you do a little more exploration, and you can go to a restaurant that's kind of iconic and a little vintage.
Yes, I love that we have that hybrid of both to be able to enjoy that. But if you want to enjoy multiple restaurants in one evening, you can do that as well. We have a great company called Lip Smacking Foodie Tour. The actually owner's from Chicago. He actually has a deep dish Chicago pizza tour that's downtown Chicago. But what it is, it's a curated food tour experience that brings you to 4 top restaurants. But you get to try signature dishes of those restaurants, and it's all pre-planned in advance. So you're part of a group with a tour guide, but you're not having to wait when you arrive at that restaurant. So you're there about maybe 45 minutes before you're off to the new one. You can do a beverage pairing as well, but it's sometimes tough to pick. So they work with they work with great restaurants. It could either be in one single property, or there's some that are between two properties. They also have one downtown Las Vegas that take you to some of the local restaurants, the restaurants that locals often frequent. So they do boozy brunches on the weekends, they do afternoon tours, evening tours, so it's a great foodie tour experience that you're with people you may not know, which is fine, but if you want to just have a little more privacy, you can book the same type of tour as it's called finger licking foodie tour, which is self-guided. So you don't have a guide with you, but you can still have the same type of experience.
Well, it's nice that you have an opportunity to choose. Sometimes you just want to be by yourself, but it's a lot of fun to go with people. You get to know them that way.
It is.
Because you're having dinner with them, and you're
Yes.
having a drink with them, and you do get to know them, and they might be from somewhere else, and you got a new friend.
It is odd. You meet people from all over, right? So I've done the foodie tour when I was there for a work event, and we had some people that we sat with that were from, I grew up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and there was someone that grew up in Upper Peninsula, Michigan.
Oh, my gosh.
An hour away. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
It's a small pocket of
Yeah.
land up there. But yeah, you just never know. And that's the fun part of Las Vegas is having represented the destination for as long as I have. It always, I feel like when you talk to people, it's a smile and a story. It's the two S's. They always have some story that, someone they ran into or they just did something that just creates a smile. It's just it's a fun place. And we need fun back after what we've
sure
all
do.
endured over
Oh,
these last
boy.
couple of
Yes,
years.
we really do. And the nice thing about Las Vegas, too, for almost anybody in the country, it's not that far.
Not at all.
And you can go for a couple nights.
Yes.
A week?
Absolutely.
Whatever you want to do.
you choose, yeah.
It doesn't have to be like, I'm going to spend a week doing this if you've got a long weekend or
3 nights, 4 nights,
Yeah.
whichever you care to do, we can set that up however you want to do it and stay wherever you want to stay.
yeah.
Got
This
enough
is-
hotels to choose from.
For sure. And in fact, Joel was mentioning that right now is still a great time to book during the weekdays.
It is, yes. So midweek definitely is going to save you some money. We are starting to get conventions back, but not to the level of pre-pandemic. So a lot of hotels are offering great deals, larger discounts to stay midweek than on the weekend. I was just talking with the hotel partner yesterday, and they were doing a 20% off offer for midweek and 10% off on weekends. So yes, absolutely, you can save some money if you're flexible with your days a week you can travel.
I mean, that sounds like a good deal for a lot of people who would just want to take a summer vacation and you have a week off and maybe you make your time from Sunday to Thursday or something
Yes.
like that. That's
It's warm, but there's plenty of pools. Plenty of pools out there.
Hey, and
so-
that's when you want to swim. When it's really hot, you feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
getting into that water
You
feels
bet.
pretty good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so those are things to do too. Swimming, lounging, I mean, they've got fabulous spas there that you can sign up and spend your day at the spa.
Yeah.
There's a lot you can do from indoor at the spas or a pool day, or maybe it's going out to visit some of the state and national parks that Las Vegas is near. Red Rock Canyon, Hoover Dam is obviously very close, a couple hours away. Zion National Park or Bryce National Park in Utah. I mean, we're that close that people, and some of those, as you get in elevations, it cools off a little bit as well. So being outdoors has been increasingly more popular
It
too,
is.
with kind of coming off the pandemic. So it's a great kind of, hey, I need a break from the Strip maybe, and hey, this would be a great way. And there's tour companies that can help facilitate. That I know Kathy obviously can help book for any of your viewers. So
Exactly, and I wanted to mention that. Some of these things that you're mentioning, lip smacking tours and all this, I wouldn't know about those. So if you want to do some fun and different things, Kathy would be able to help you because
Right.
she knows about them. And I mean, I guess you could try and do your own research, but this person knows, what to do, where to go, what hotel, what you're looking for. And maybe you want to have a quieter vacation or a spa vacation, or maybe you're into sports. That is a great
Yes.
guidance for people
Exactly.
who want to have a great vacation.
We do the work for you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to do it, we do it. Make it simpler for you so that you can enjoy your vacation more.
Exactly.
Yes,
So
yes.
and things you wouldn't really think of. I mean, unless you've listened today to this program, you wouldn't know that there's all these other tours or these other things. I mean, these
New
Area
things, yeah.
15. That sounds really great. And hotels that are new that you maybe wouldn't know about. You're used to going to whatever, Caesar's
Same-
Palace
yeah,
or
the
whatever, you
same
go there
hotel,
all the time.
right.
Well, you
Correct.
can go somewhere else, try
Sure.
try something else, something new and different.
That's what we love. We get a lot of repeat visitors that are loving to try some different new things, but first-time visitors, wow, look
Yeah.
at everything that's here, which is great. That's what we live for.
Yeah.
But it is about trying new things and experiences. I mean, it's about the experiential side of the destination. I'm not a huge gambler at all. I'm the very conservative, 50-cent, slot machine kind of fellow, right?
I like my 25 cents.
Yes, exactly. And that's the beauty of Vegas, is that we've heard, oh, I'm not a gambler. I wouldn't like you. Oh my gosh, I can give you 10 things you could do in Las Vegas
Yeah.
that don't even touch the gaming side of the destination.
Yeah, exactly. There's just something for everyone's taste, and or maybe you just want to go there and relax. That's what you can do too. Well, Joel, thank you so much for bringing all this great information. I think that a lot of people are looking for something to do, and this sure would kind of re-energize you when you come back. You know,
bet.
you've had fun somewhere and different.
Absolutely. I could not agree more. The lights, everything about it, there's so much going on, which is great. That hopefully gives you a reason to come back, because you might not be able to get it all done in 3 or 4 days.
Exactly. We need to go there summer, winter, and fall. Okay. Thanks, Joel.
Thank you.
Kathy, give us your information so we can get a hold of you.
Absolutely. I'm in Class Act Travel. It's 6946 West 111th Street in Worth, on the corner of 111th and Worth Avenue. The phone number there is 708-448-6560. We are open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. We haven't put in Saturdays yet. Things are building up to Saturdays, so sooner or later we'll open again for Saturdays. Things just held us off on Saturday.
Yeah, that's okay.
But it's open.
But you can call and you'll work it out.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And if you need it, if you need during the week, even call me and I can stay during the week. It's just not quite enough yet for us to be open that much. Also, please, everybody remember, you no longer have to get tested to come back to the United States when you've been out of the country. That is such a big, big thing that was deterring a lot of people for not going. So please remember, no longer do you have to get tested. Hallelujah.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yay.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thanks for watching us on The Travel Show, and we'll see you next month with another destination. Bye-bye.